my lovelies, welcome to my channel. Here we are doing another spell for you guys. This has been one of the most highly requested ones I've been getting very often. And I figured since I am working on one for my client at the moment, might as well kill two birds with one stone, right? Anyways, I do want to wish you guys that you guys are extremely mindful and know and understand that you guys, without a doubt, want to proceed with this. This is a very dominant spell. This is a spell that is, again, very, kind of removes their free will, so to say. So, again, like I said, just be mindful about it and don't mind what I'm doing at the moment, as this is a natural process that I do for all my workings. Anyways, again, like I said, I hope that you guys can be mindful about it more than anything. This is again, like I said, a dominant spell, so it's going to be very important for you guys to know exactly what it is that you're doing, as this is a very old, very effective, but more than anything, very powerful spell. So this is to get your lover back. This is to reignite the passion if they have been straying away from the relationship or your home. This is something that I highly encourage you guys to do. If you guys have any type of anxiety, any type of stress, or you feel that this is, you've hit basically rock bottom when it comes to your lover, the person that you're dating, and this is almost like last hope, I highly encourage you guys to ground yourselves before proceeding, because it is a strong, prominent spell. It is prone for backfiring if you guys don't know what you're doing. So again, very important for you guys to be centered. If you feel that you're overpowered in regards to the situation and that you're bringing anxiety to what you're doing, I highly encourage you guys to go to professionals, okay? With that said, the best advice I can give you guys is center yourself, ground yourself, and have clear mind before proceeding. Anyways, what are we going to need? Please note, if you do not have any of the ingredients that I'm going to mention in the spell, you cannot do the spell. Plain and simple, okay? There's no excuses. There's no, I can't come up with this ingredient. Can I use this instead? No, you cannot. You have to use exactly what is being said in this video in order for it to be effective and get quick results, okay? With that said, you're going to be needing 2 red candles, preferably tea lights, as you're only going to burn them while you're doing this process, okay? As you guys can see here in the background, the red ones, again, you're gonna need 2, which is you and your partner. Don't mind the background candle. That's usually for my protection for spell work. Anyways, you're going to be needing a glass jar container, sealed, has to have a cap. You're going to be needing sulfur, okay? I'm not sure if you guys know what that is, but they sell it in any botanical shop or online. I know some countries it may be difficult to find, but again, like I said, if you cannot get this ingredient, you cannot do this spell, plain and simple. You're going to be needing some tacks, thumbtacks. I'm not sure if you can see them, but anyways, you're going to be needing red ribbon. You're going to be needing honey. Doesn't matter what kind of honey. You can use any type of honey, okay? Don't start asking what kind of honey. Any honey works, okay? You're going to be needing, this is another liquid or mixture. Again, if you guys cannot come up with this, you can't, this spell is not for you. I know a lot of places they might not have this, but this is a very strong, very prominent powder. They sell it in powder. I usually get the powder and then I do a mixture of it with the powder that amplifies and gives me very quick results. So again, if you can find the powder, use the powder. It's going to have the same effect. To me, myself, my personal experience, the mixture that I do with it or whatnot, just gives it amplified energy and it makes it that much quicker. So again, without further ado, it's Precipitado, what does that mean in English? I believe it's precipitation powder. And this is a, you know, again, you can find these type of powders in any botanical shop or shops where they sell, you know, anything for esoteric. Usually they sell it in powder, again, like I said, but I just use a mixture of the powder and liquid that I use for my personal, what's the word I'm looking for? Just passed down ingredients that, again, like I said, is very effective. Nonetheless, if you use the powder, it has the same effect. You know, anyways, moving along. You're going to be needing any type, or actually a capsule of any type of energy or a vitamin supplement. Preferably one that, what I like to use is like the 5 energy ones, or I forget what it's called. This one was, I had a big pack, but I forget what it's called. But you could use any type of energy supplement because it brings anxiety. So again, it doesn't matter what brand, it has the same effect. Now, let me see what else. Okay, that's 1, 2. All right, so we mentioned the previous ingredients. The other ingredient is going to be a mixture of, again, like I said, for those of you guys that follow my channel, you know I do my own powders, but you can use the hala hala, which is the pull powder, the come to me powder, the magnet powder. All of those powders you can use. I have a mixture here that I will be using. Again, it is a mixture of different herbs that I work with the powders as well. But again, like I said, come to me powder, hala hala, which is pull, or magnet powder you can use, okay? Anyways, you're going to be needing a browned paper. Now, you can get any type of paper. You can even get like the brown bag papers that they sell at the stores. I highly encourage you guys to use that, as I myself find it very effective and very useful to reuse them. So again, you're going to be using, it cannot be white. It has to be brown, period. You're going to be needing a doll, okay? So in this case, because I am working for I'm doing this for a client, as you guys can see, it's already sealed here, but again, you can use any type of doll. This was actually a female doll, but we're going to be doing this for a male. So I cut the hair, made it look a little bit more masculine. Not that it matters, because we will be covering the face. And obviously the hole here is small, so I had to make a bigger incision here, so I can be able to put the paper in there. Anyways, so you're going to be needing a doll. And other than that, that's pretty much it. In regards to what you're going to be needing, that is a must, and you cannot do this spell if you do not have this. It has to be any type of form of clothing from your partner, your past lover. It could be a shirt, it could be pants. If it does happen to be underwear, then you're going to be needing the crotch part, the crotch area. That's what you're going to be cutting, and that's what we're going to be using. Obviously, because this is for a client, I'm not going to show exactly the ingredients that I was given. But also, this has to be for, again, like I said, the crotch area is always better because it gives it stronger, more juices, if you will. But anyways, you're going to be needing that, and I suggest for you guys to use either a red marker or a black marker, depending on the color of the clothes that you have available. In this case, I used a red one as it is darker, and I needed it to, you know, stand out a bit. But anyways, what you're going to be needing from yourself, you have 2 options. You can use hair, any type of hair. It could be pubic hair, it can be, you know, your hair, or you can use nail powder. So how do we do nail powder? basically the same way you would, you know, limar your nails, like when you cut your nails and you have that, I forget what it's called in English. But you know, you can just cut your, cut your nails and use that. The best way of doing it is put it in a casserole or something like that, in a skillet, sorry, and put it very low fire, and it kind of burns. Once it is dark, or once it's darkened, then you can smash it, mix it or whatnot, and it creates this powder like. And again, there's nothing more personal than our personal nails. Nails, why nails? Because this is a dominant spell, so you're going to be overpowering this person. So that's the reason why either your hair, or your nails are going to be very important. Anyways, next we're going to be needing a picture. Okay, so in this, obviously I have my clients' pictures here. If it is a picture where both of you guys are together, that is much more better. But if you don't have pictures together, you can have a picture of her and a picture of him. It doesn't matter if it's together or not. It is preferably if it's together. Nonetheless, you can still do it with just your picture and their picture, as we are still binding. And what you're going to do is, let's just say this is a picture and this is a picture of both of them. On her side, in her forehead, you're going to put the name of yourself. So let's say this is his side, and I'm going to put my name on his forehead, and then I'm going to put his name on my forehead. Did I say that right? I'm not sure. So this is his side and this is my side. I'm going to put in his forehead my name, and I'm going to put in my forehead his name, sorry. And then you're going to turn it around and you're going to write, think of you day and night. I cannot rest till I have your love. And this is going to be for the person you're doing this for. And then on your side, you're going to put, come to me like a magnet. And you're going to make the magnet Sigil right here. Obviously, this is the magnet pulling, so it's going to be facing the person that you're bringing towards you. And wherever your side is, you're going to make the circle with the magnet tied to it, as you are, you're pretty much the direction where they're going. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. Anyways, let's get into this really quick. So obviously you're going to need the jar. And again, you need to have it sealed, okay? You have to have a cap, something that you can, let me bring this down a bit so you guys can see more clearly. All right, so give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. So obviously there's certain steps that you're going to skip, as this is a personalized spell. So anyways, we're gonna have the jar, right? Let me move this over here. So what I'm doing now is very important. You're going to light the candles, okay? When you light them, you're going to say, crimson candle, bright with fire, bewitched, and then you're gonna say their name. With desire. Not sure if you guys can see that. Hopefully you can. All right. I'm sorry about moving the camera too much. I'm trying to get a good angle. Okay, so what we're gonna do we're going to put, again, like I said, you're gonna need a brown paper. You're gonna put your petition on one side. What is a petition? You're going to, whoops, I'm not sure if you can see their name, but anyways, you're going to you're going, on one side, you're going to put your petition. So the petition would be, you're going to say their name, and then you're going to say, you know, their full name. You will come to me. You will give me your unconditional love and support. You will say as I do, as my voice is your dominions. You're going to be loyal to me and only me. You have to make this very personal. So whatever it is that you want or you're desiring out of the spell, that's what you're going to put on one side, okay? On the other side, what you're going to put is you're going to put their name, and their name is going to be, let me show you. So you're going to be at, let's say this is the paper, you're going to write their name like this. And you're going to do that all the way down 7 times. So you're going to write down their name 7 times, their full name. You have to have their birth name. So it has to be their first. If they have a middle name, it has to be their middle name and their last name. It has to go down 7 times. So you're going to write down Jessica, 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 Jessica. Let's just say as an example, and it has to be full name. I would show you as it is easier, but again, all my clients is personal information. So again, I'm just giving you an example. You're going to put the name 7 times going down, and then you're going to flip it, and you're going to put your name like this. And it has to be 7 times going down. Okay, it has to be your full name. So your partner's name is going to go the way you would normally spell, and you're going to go down 7 times. You're going to, you know, write down their information 7 times. Then you're going to flip the paper, and your paper is going to cross their name. Okay, so you're going to put your name 7 times, your name, your name, your name, your name. So what you're doing is you're overpowering them. You're dominating not just their thoughts, but their person. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Anyways, moving along. Once that is done, you're going to put the petition with on the other side with your information and their information. Date of birth is necessary. So again, you're going to put their full name. My case would be Jessica Pinkstar Doll as an example, and then my date of birth. And you're going to do that 7 times, and then you're going to counter by putting your name on top of them 7 times as well. Once that is done, you're going to put the petition on top of whatever it is that you're using, whether it's panties, whatever, if it's a shirt, it's pants, whatever it is. You're going to put that, obviously your hair or nail clippings is going to go on the shirt or the clothes, whatever it is that you're using. So it's going to look something like this, okay? Just showed you very quickly. So once that is done, I'm going to be sprinkling the mixture powder. Again, in this case, for you guys, you're going to be using Come To Me powder. You're going to be using Pull powder. You're going to be using magnet powder. Whatever it is that you're able to use, any one of those 3, that's what you're going to be using, okay? And then you're going to get the capsule. As I was telling you, maybe I can bring it a bit down so you guys can see. I'm trying to keep let me see. Well, this camera's not really helping. All right, I hope you guys can see somewhat. All right, so again, we put the powder and the information, everything is needed, and their clothes is right here. So we're going to be using the capsule again. Like I said, the power energy, whatever it is that you guys are using, doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter the brand. You're just going to be, as you can see, let me show you. You're just going to be using that powder. As, by the way, FYI, I don't recommend you guys to be drinking this type of this type of shit, putting it in your body. Nonetheless, I don't judge anyone, but it's good to use for this. All right, so once that is done, we're going to let me move this a little bit because I don't want to show their information. And keep in mind the same type of powder, the same mixture that you're using for powder. I also encourage you to save some of it so you can put some in the picture. All right. And this clothes that we're using, we're going to fold it a couple of times, and we're going to insert it in this jar. All right, like this. All right, I'm not sure if you can see. I'm trying to cover. All right, once that is done, then we're going to get the picture with the magnet and the powder, some of the powder that we used. And you're going to fold it like this, okay? We're going to get the red ribbon. And we're going to bind it. We're going to, sorry, this is, sure, I hope you can see this. All right. All right. So we're going to go around towards our side, okay? Towards us. Once this is done, we're going to do 3 knots on it. And you're going to say mentally or out loud their name. Come to me, come to me. I command you to come to me. You're going to say it 3 times. Come to me, come to me. Come to me, I command you to come to me. While you're doing the knots, you're going to do 3 knots. Okay. Come to me, command you to come to me. All right. Once it's done, it's going to look something like this. And then what do? We're going to get the doll and we're going to insert it in here. I will show you guys as I'm doing this, or when I do this, sorry. And this is basically the person's going to be thinking of you day and night, very often. Okay, I might need to make this a little bigger. All right. Let's see if this worked. All right. You see this? So I'm going to continue pushing it in. All right. You see that? This is your picture and their picture. All right. So once that is done, we are now going to get a tack, and you're going to be needing a picture of them. You know, I forgot to tell you guys, you're going to be needing 2 pictures of that person. One is for the binding of the picture, and the other is for the use of the doll with the tack. I should have mentioned that earlier. Sorry, I apologize. I had everything ready to go, so I apologize. But again, this is more than anything in the material aspect. This is their energy. This is their head, their mind, and we are overpowering that, okay? So what are you going to do next? You guys can skip this, as this is because I am doing this for someone else. I now baptize you. I now baptize you. This is your mind, body, and spirit. All right, so obviously you guys are not doing this for no one else, so you guys can skip that part, like I said. Anyways, you're going to write all right, so you're going to get the tack. Okay, you're going to get the tack, and you're going to basically put the picture of just their face on top of the doll. All right, so you're going to use their picture as such, and you're going to put the tack here to represent them. As such. What kind of doll can you guys use? You can buy it at the 99. It doesn't matter what kind of doll you use. You're just needing the head. If you can find a male's, you know, Barbie doll or something like that, you can just use a female and cut the hair, and it represents the male. All right. So I wish I can show you guys. Let me see. All right. Like this. All right. It has the tack. All right. So once that is done, then we're going to get more ribbon. and we're going to tie it. Remember, you guys, you need to be centered. You need to have clear mind, know exactly what it is that you're doing. Concentrate on what's to come. Do not do this with anger. Do not do this with any type of anxiety, without any doubt, without any fears. If this is too strong for you or you feel some type of way, I don't suggest you guys do it. As again, like I said, if this energy is not directed correctly, it can, you can accidentally make it, make the situation worse. So again, just be mindful about that. I do have a lot of clients that reach out to me only when things have gotten out of hand for them. And, it's hard. I know this is part of the job, but it is hard to have to clean up a mess that was done unintentionally, because you guys, or some of you guys, are not aware of, working these type of spells. So anyways, just be mindful about that, you guys, and don't do any of these spells out of spite or to get back at someone, to get back at, the ex or something like that. Do this because you genuinely care for them and you genuinely love them. Anyways. Sorry if there's moments of silent on my part, but I am concentrated on what I'm doing, as obviously where this takes a lot of concentration, a lot of our energy, and I like to get everything right the first time. All right, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to go around the ribbon and tie 3 knots to it. Thinking of exactly the results you're looking for and what you're wanting to happen once this spell has been done. Sweetheart, if you're watching this, this is for you. You know who you are. All right. So once this has been done, it should look something like this. Okay. Now we're going to get the jar with their clothes and the powders in here and the petition, and we're going to use the precipitation, Precipitado. Again, like I said, they usually sell this in the form of powder. I use the mixture. I use a mixture of the powder with other fluids. All right, as you can see. And then we're going to get the Soufer, Azufre, what we call it in Spanish. And you're going to put a bit of it, like this. And then we're going to put the head in here. All right. Like that. And pour a little more of Precipitado, precipitation powder or oil, depending on what you're using. And you're going to put a little more powder of the Soufer. What is this creating? Well, for once, the ribbon is, you are binding them, you're tying them to you, etc. The Soufer brings anxiety to them. It brings, especially if there hasn't been any communication, it puts them in the state of mind of necessity, having the need to reach out, having the need to communicate with you. You put more of the powder, of the come to me powder, hala hala popo powder, or magnet powder, whatever it is that you have. And once that is done, you're going to then finally get the honey. Let me see if you can see. Let me see. All right. Like this. And you're going to pour the honey. All right. And obviously I don't need to explain to you guys what the honey is for. This is basically to sweeten them, to make them have that, you know, loving type of energy. And as you can see, the honey's going down. So let it steep a bit, let it go, take its time to go all the way, you know, going towards the doll and towards the clothes, so you can continue pouring more inside. All right. Beautiful. You see that? Take your sweet time doing this. For once, you guys already know how passionate I am about when you guys are doing this. Put your undivided attention to it. Do not, you know, be surrounded by people. If you hear a lot of noise in the background, then it's not the right time to do spell work. You guys, spell work takes concentration, dedication, and respect. Above all, concentration. So again, if you want to get immediate results, it is very, very important that you guys give your undivided attention to what you're doing. Very important. All right. So as you can see, it's going down now. It's all the way to the bottom already, and it continues to keep going, but we do have it covered. Let me put a bit more. All right, so what's gonna happen after this? You're gonna cover it. All right, so once it's done, you're going to cover it as such. All right. And you are going to seal it. You're going to put it in the center of the tea light candles, and you're going to basically let them completely consume themselves. Once they have consumed themselves, then you're going to put the jar away, preference under your bed or by your nightstand. Why? And it has to be on the side you sleep in. Why? Because when you're sleeping, obviously it's your energy, and that energy is going to trigger and amplify the energy of what we just did. And it's also every single day when you wake up, it's a reminder of what you've done. And the more you guys remember, this is something very prominent and very true. Where the mind goes, energy flows. So again, that's the reason why it's so important to keep it by your bedside or under your bed, okay? Once this person has reached out to you guys or is already back in your life, it is up to you if you decide to keep it under the bed, if you fear that they might find it or whatnot. Suggestion is to bury it underground and, a couple of feet underground, 2, preferably 3. And on top of that, plant some rose seeds so you can see the materialization of that love materializing and strengthening. And every single time you water it, it's as if you're watering that relationship. So it will, with time, become more stronger, become more unbreakable, and something very beautiful that only you would know. So again, something very personal. So I wish you guys the very best. I hope you guys enjoyed this spell. I know it is one of the, I wouldn't say very difficult, but more elaborate spells that I have uploaded so far. But I mean, you guys request them, and obviously I have to oblige to that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you're interested in any type of spell work, definitely contact me to the email showing now on the screen. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and definitely comment, like, share, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, definitely subscribe, and we'll see each other soon. Okay? Bye.